Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning con call. We start with technical and derivatives outlook. So in yesterday's session, we saw that there was selling in the market and Nifty was down by 129 points, closing near to 17,321. So what we are observing during the entire week, the Nifty was trading in the range of almost only 200 points. And from the very first day of the week, Nifty, we are now trading almost plus and minus to the 200-day moving average. So the base for this 200-day moving average is 17,300. So there was one day we recovered about 17,300, and the next day we are correcting below 17,300, means near to this 200-day moving average. So looking at the chart pattern, what I can see that key right now it's in a range kind of market, 17,400 and 17,200. That's the immediate base for the Nifty. But directionally, we still believe that there will be one bounce back trade in the market, and Nifty should be heading towards 17,600 or maybe 17,800. And when we reach close to the 17,600, 17,800, then we review and we take a further directional trend. But right now, since the charts are in oversold, there is a high probability that we should see some amount of bounce. This bounce back view will be negated if by anyhow if Nifty breaks 17,200 and 17,200 and we closes below 17,200, then I'll change my view of this bounce back and then we will see further continuation of the downtrend. So the triggers for the stop losses or the triggers are 17,200. The same with the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty was down by 300 points, closing at 40,389. But Bank Nifty is displaying strength as compared to the Nifty because Bank Nifty never broke the budget day low as well as the 200-day moving average. There was selling in yesterday's market, basically mostly because of the Axis Bank, which was down by 2.4%. Looking at the chart pattern, I think Bank Nifty also should head towards 40,000, 41,500. The immediate support is 40,000 and directionally the support for the Bank Nifty is 39,000. The bounce back view will be negated in the Bank Nifty if 39,000 levels are broken. And if 39,000 levels are broken, then even the directionally further correction in the Bank Nifty will open up. So even though we are trading in the range, we maintain that we should be witnessing a bounce back in both the Nifty and Bank Nifty before we see any form any directional trend for the both the indices. Coming to the derivatives data, this Nifty futures had in yesterday's session, they added this short positions to the tune of 2.59%, which is an increase of 3.45 lakh shares. The put call ratio has declined from 0.92 to 0.76, which is a slightly negative. The major additions were seen in the 17,400 and 17,600 call options. So that will be the resistance. Lower side, 17,000 put 100, 17,300 put option has seen a significant interest in built up in OI. So that will be the support. In back, sorry, in Bank Nifty, we have seen a long unwinding to the tune of 2.27% and decline of 1 lakh shares. The PCR, which was above one ratio, has now come to 0.79 ratio, which is also a concern. The major additions were seen at 40,500 call option and 40,400 put option. So this range is very tight range. Lower side, the major additions at 40,000 put option. So this will be the support for the Bank Nifty. So from the derivatives point of view, it's just a mixed trend. It's not very clear what kind of direction it is. So since there was a buying in Adani shares in yesterday, so there was if you see the cash data FI, they were net buyers by 12,770 crores. But the same with the index future, they went short close to 5,000 contracts and their net short bet 1,31,240 contracts. And this long short ratio, which has improved day before, has now again come back to 15 ratio. So this remains a concern. The stocks which you are liking are Coal India and Berger Paints. And if you see the long built up, Adani Enterprises, HCL Tech and ONGC has seen a long built up. In short built up, there is Cipla, Tata Steel and UPL. These are the counters which are seen as short built up. So we'll wait and watch. We are betting for a bounce back trade. So once we see a bounce back, then we'll use the further directional trend. So that's all from me. I'll hand over to Bunty sir for more research updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Brijesh sir. Good morning, team. A few updates from my side. Yesterday, we have shared the strategy capital market. In that, if you see the global market performance after a strong up move in January 2023, US stock indices retreated in Feb 2023, that is down by 3% on a month-on-month basis, which was due to the stronger than expected data on retail sales as well as inflation data in the USA, which means that US economy remains robust and has absorbed rate hikes done till now by the Fed. Consequently, in Indian indices, if you see Nifty 50 was down 2% on a month-on-month basis in February 2023, which was led by weak sentiments and volatility in stocks. However, if you see Indian stock market after outperforming its peers in the last 2 years, has remained sideways so far in the CY 2023. And because the FI has been the sellers in Indian cash market for third month in a row, and DI remain the supporters or the buyers in the market. After recent weakness, if you see Nifty 50 is trading near its historical averages of 17x 20 FI24 EPS. Consensus Nifty 50 earnings growth expectations for 23-24 remains at 13% and 14%. If you see the indices wise, IT has been outperforming in the last 2 months, but overall market trend is not clear so far. And so it is very important to take a mid to long term view given confusing economic data and position portfolios for the return to a slow growth and low inflation economy in 2024. Overall, from our coverage universe, our topics are Infosys, ICICI Bank, Astral, APL Apollo, Federal Bank, PNC Infratech, Prince Pipes, Safari Industries, Aluwalia Contracts, and Zensar. Next update is on the steel sector. Indian steel prices has remained flat in the month of February as weak sentiment persisted globally, led by higher than expected inflation in the US and the hawkish stance of Federal Reserves. If you see the Chinese steel prices has increased by 5% on a month-on-month basis. Similarly, coking coal prices increased marginally by 1% month-on-month to $310 per ton in the month of February. During January, global steel production increased by 3% month-on-month to 145 tons, and Chinese steel production increased by 2% month-on-month to 80 million tons. Also, Indian crude steel output increased by 3% to 11 million tons. The spread for steel companies have bottomed out in Q2 FY23 in our view. However, we maintain our neutral stance on this sector as globally the economic growth is likely to remain weak amidst because of high interest rates in the coming 1 year. Next is on the Alembic Pharma. The company has taken an impairment charge of around 1150 crores on three manufacturing facilities under construction in Gujarat. The three plants are expected to take a hit to their profitability and generate less cash than expected. This news seems to be slightly negative for Alembic Pharmaceuticals. Next is on the Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services. Company has shared the February 2023 business update, which suggests the total disbursement has increased or grew by 53% on a YOY basis to 4,185 crores. Also, collection efficiency has slightly come down to 97% versus 98% on a YOY basis. However, they set adequate liquidity buffer. They have to cover the fund requirement for 3 months. With respect to gross stage 3 assets, they have said the GS3 assets have remained stable in the month of February as compared to month of January. However, gross stage 2 assets has slightly improved during the month of February. That seems to be the positive news or positive data with respect to Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services. Lastly, on the MOL, the company has said they have recorded 10% jump on a YOY basis during the February in production of manganese wire at 1.31 lakh tons. However, the sales has increased by 19% on a YOY basis to 1.32 lakh tons. So this data seems to be positive for MOL. That's it from my side. Over to you, Kshitija ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Few updates from my side. So first update on Tata Power. Company is now collaborated with Enel Group to power digitalization and automation of India's distribution network. So basically, this collaborative program will virtualize, grid functionalize, and enable protection, control, automation, and real-time fault detection and service provide for the restoration of the network. So next update on Adani Green Energy. So basically the company said that the 700 megawatt hybrid green energy project become operational and which took the total operating renewable portfolio of around 8,024 megawatt. So the project is a fourth wind solar hybrid power plant fully operational at Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. So this hybrid plant is designed to deliver CUF of minimum 50%. And this Adani Green Energy Limited operating wind solar hybrid portfolio now reaches 2,114 megawatt and continuing to be the largest in the world. The next update on NHPC. So hydropower giant paid 997.75 interim dividend to the government for the 2022 and 2023. So since the company has over 8 lakh shareholders, the total dividend payout of the financial year amounted 1,406.3 crore, including 356.34 crore paid to the government earlier. Then Zydus Lifesciences received the final approval from the US FDA for Acrovil cream used to cure cold sores on face or lips. So this product will be launched shortly in the US market, and the drug will be manufactured at the group's topical manufacturing facility at Changodar, Ahmedabad. Next update on Bharat Forge. Company's wholly owned subsidiary BF Infrastructure acquired 51% of equity shares of a Transil Solution from PNC Infratech. So basically, this wholly owned subsidiary of Bharat Forge and step down subsidiary of the company. The next update on Dreamfork Services, the company acquired Vitsur Golf, which provided a golf privileges in India. So management said that this acquisition would utilize Vitsur Golf expertise, exclusive access to the finest golf courses and clubs in the region. Next update on Happiest Mind Technology. Happiest Mind Technology Board has approved the raising fund up to 125 crore through issue of a non-convertible debentures, that is NCD, on private placement basis in the three ranking. Next on Karnataka Bank. Karnataka Bank said that Muralidhar Krishna Rao demitted the office of a CFO on March 1st, and bank has appointed Abhishek Shankar Bagachi as a new CFO. The next update on Natco Pharma will meet on 8 March to consider the proposal of buyback of fully paid up equity shares of the company. Then Yes Bank, State Bank of India may look to lower its stake in a Yes Bank after lock-in period ends on March 13, which was put in the place by the central bank as a part of the lenders restructuring. This report is basically on the routers. Then PVR, leading multiplex train operator PVR spent around 450 to 500 crore of capex on new screening on the company, and post this merger with Inox is now looking to add 200 screen every year and tap the potential of the smaller markets. So this is a positive for the PVR. The next update on Mastech. So Mastech appoints Vijay Iyer as the president of Americas to lead the growth in the region. So he is a base and will operate out of the US. Prior joining Mastech, Vijay was an executive at President System, working as a senior vice president of their digital transformation consulting and large deal business. Then next update on Edelweiss Financials. The income tax department rates Edelweiss Group premises in Mumbai over a suspected tax evasion, says source as a mirror now. Then next update on Bajaj Hindustan Sugar Care Ratings reframe credit rating to the company short term to long term facilitated 5,395.08 crore. Then next update on steel segment. So basically, there is a price hike in the HRCC and CRCC. So on the that segment, Indian steel mills have increased HRCC and CRCC prices by 1,000 to 2,000 tons on for March month, and post price hike HRC listed price by larger mills ex Mumbai stands at 61,000 and 61,500 ton, and domestic prices now at 5% discount to China and 1% to Korea. So that's it from my end. Now I will hand over to Hitendra for Hindi update. Thank you and over to you.
या थैंक यू एवरीवन गुड मॉर्निंग टीम हम इस कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं स्टार्ट करते हैं पीवीआर के साथ पीवीआर ने कहा है कि 400 से 500 करोड़ तक केपेक्स करेंगे नई स्कीम ऐड करने के लिए और पोस्ट मर्जर ज्यादा एनॉक्स भी छोटे शहरों में डे मार्केट स्टाफ करेगा नियर अबाउट 200 स्क्रीन ओपन करने की उनकी प्लानिंग रहेगी। सेकेंडली स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया भी कह रहा है कि वो येस बैंक में अपना स्टेक कम करेंगे जैसे इनको लॉकिंग पीरियड खत्म होता है मार्च 13 को और ये बेसिकली रिस्ट्रक्चर करेंगे जो कि सेंट्रल बैंक की पॉलिसी के साथ। नाटको फार्मा ने कहा कि वो 8 मार्च को बोर्ड मीटिंग करेंगे और प्रपोजल एक रखेंगे बायबैक के लिए। कर्नाटका बैंक के जो सीईओ ने कहा कि मार्च 1 को बैंक ने अपॉइंट किया अभिषेक शंकर को एज न्यू सीएफओ और मुरलीधर कृष्ण है वो नहीं रहेंगे। हैप्पीएस्ट माइंड टेक्नोलॉजीज ने कहा कि वो फंड रेज करना चाहते हैं 125 करोड़ का एनसीडीज के जरिए प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट बेसिस और 3 ट्रांचेस में होगा। एमएनएम फाइनेंशियल ने कहा कि उनकी मंथली अपडेट्स थे कि टोटल डिसबर्समेंट देखा जाए तो 4,185 करोड़ थे फरवरी में जो कि 53% ग्रोथ देखा गया वाईओवाई पे और लोन बुक भी फर्दर ग्रो की 1.5% से जनवरी कंपैरिजन में देखा जाए। कलेक्शन एफिशिएंसी भी अगेन 97% थी फरवरी 23 में जो कि 98 थी लास्ट ईयर में। ड्रीम फोक सर्विसेज ने भी कहा कि उन्होंने एक्वायर किया विदुषर गोल्फ जो कि एक प्रोवाइडर है गोल्फ प्रिविलेजेस इंडिया में और विदुषर गोल्फ की एक्सपर्टीज रहेगी एक्सेस टू जो कि फाइनेंस गोल्फ कोर्सेज और क्लब रहेंगे रीजन में। भारत फोर्ज की कंपनी की होली ओन सब्सिडरी बीएफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ने एक्वायर किया 51% शेयर्स फेरोविया ट्रांसलेट सोल्यूशन में जो कि पीएनसी इंफ्रा के पास है और फेरोविया भी होली ओन सब्सिडरी भारत फोर्ज की हो चुकी है और स्टेप डाउन सब्सिडरी रहेगी कंपनी की। नेक्स्ट अपडेट रहेगा जायडस टाइम साइज में उन्हें अप्रूवल मिल गया यूएसएफडीए का जो कि एसेलुब्रेट क्रीम रहेगी बेसिकली कोल्ड फ्लोर और फेस लिप्स के लिए यूज की जाएगी और ये ड्रग मैन्युफैक्चर किया जाएगा इनके टॉपिकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो कि अहमदाबाद में है। एनएचपीसी ने कहा कि जो उनका हाइड्रो पावर प्लांट है जो कि 997 उन्होंने पे किया 997.75 लाख का डिविडेंड जो कि गवर्नमेंट को 22-23 में दिया गया है और ये डिविडेंड पे आउट पूरे साल का देखा जाए तो 1406 करोड़ का रहेगा इसमें 356 करोड़ का उन्होंने गवर्नमेंट को पहले भी दिया गया है। अडानी ग्रीन पे न्यूज उन्होंने कंपनी ने 700 मेगावाट का हाइब्रिड ग्रीन प्रोजेक्ट है वो ऑपरेशन कर दिया है और ये ऑपरेशन टोटल 8,024 मेगावाट तक का रहेगा और प्रोजेक्ट फोर्थ सोलर विंड पावर प्रोजेक्ट है जो कि जैसलमेर राजस्थान में है। टाटा पावर ने भी कहा कि वो कोलैबोरेट करेंगे एनएल ग्रुप के साथ जो कि डिसेंट्रलाइज और ऑटोमाइज करेगा उनका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चेन नेटवर्क और ये कोलैबोरेटिव प्रोग्राम जो रहेगा वर्चुअलाइज ग्रिड फंक्शनलिटीज और एनेबल करेगा कंट्रोल ऑटोमेशन और रियल टाइम फॉल्ट डिटेक्शन के लिए। इंडियन स्टील मिल्स का भी ये डेटा है कि उन्होंने जो एचआरसी और सीआरसी की प्राइस इंक्रीज करती है 1000 से 2000 टन मार्च के लिए और ये हाइक के बाद जो प्राइसेस लेगी लार्जर मिल की जो स्टैंड होती है 61,000 और 61,500 टन पे। डोमेस्टिक प्राइसेस भी देखे जाए तो अभी 5% डिस्काउंट में चल रहे हैं चाइना से और 1% कोरिया के लिए। बाकी हम देखेंगे जैसे हमने अभी स्ट्रेटेजी मार्केट कैपिटल रिपोर्ट की डीबीसी है फरवरी मंथ के लिए ग्लोबल परफॉर्मेंस देखेंगे तो स्ट्रॉन्ग अप देखा गया था जनवरी में बट यूएस मार्केट वापस डिक्लाइन देखा गया फरवरी मंथ में एसएनबी में 3% का मंथ कट देखा गया फरवरी 23 में। बेसिकली एक्सपेक्टेड डेटा जो रिटेल सेल्स के जो इन्फ्लेशन के चलते हमें कट आता हुआ देखा यूएस इकोनॉमी अभी भी हमें लगता है रोबस्ट है और ये रेट हाइक्स अभी भी लगता है सिस्टम ने एब्जॉर्ब कर लिया है जो कि अभी तक किया गया। इंडियन इंडेक्सेस भी देखे जाए तो मंथ ऑन मंथ में 2% का डिक्लाइन देखा था बेसिकली सेंटिमेंटली और वोलेटिलिटी देखी गई थी और हमें लगता है एफआईएस में भी सेलर्स ही थे ये कैश मार्केट में तो ये थर्ड मंथ रो रहेगा सेलर्स का और डीआईज हमेशा बायर्स के जैसे रहेंगे क्योंकि बायर्स थे और वीकनेस के बाद निफ्टी 50 का जो पी देखी जाए तो हिस्टोरिकल एवरेज में 17 के आसपास आ चुका है ईपीएस पे और कंसेंसस का जो ग्रोथ एक्सपेक्टेशन है FY23 और 24 के लिए 13% के आसपास रहेगा। स्टील सेक्टर के लिए ये रहेगा कि स्टील प्राइसेस फ्लैट थे मंथ ऑन मंथ में फरवरी में क्योंकि सेंटीमेंट जो था परसिस्टेंट ग्लोबली वीक का ही था। चाइनीज स्टील प्राइसेस में 5% का हमें राइज देखा कोकिंग कोल प्राइसेस में मार्जिनली 1% का राइज देखा गया और जो कि $310 पर टन का है और जनवरी में स्टील प्रोडक्शन में इंक्रीज हुआ 3% से मंथन मंथ में जो 145 मिलियन टन का है और इसमें चाइनीज प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हुआ 2% से, जो कि 80 मिलियन टन के आसपास। इंडियन क्रूड स्टील की भी आउटपुट इंक्रीज हुआ 3%, जो कि 11 मिलियन पर टन है। और जो स्प्रेड्स फॉर स्टील कंपनीज के लिए है वो बॉटम आउट हो चुका है, और बट हमें लगता है अभी भी सेक्टर वाइज न्यूट्रल रहेगा ये स्टांस हमारा इसी सेक्टर में। अलेम्बिक फार्मा ने कहा कि उन्होंने एक इम्पायरमेंट चार्ज दिया है 1150 करोड़ का, जो कि इनकी 3 मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटीज है जो कि गुजरात में कंस्ट्रक्ट हो रही है, और ये प्लान्स एक्सपेक्टेड हिट लेंगे थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पे और लेस कैश जनरेट करेंगे। महिंद्रा फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज का अपडेट दे दिया है। मॉइल ने ये कहा है कि उन्होंने 10% का रिकॉर्ड जंप किया है फरवरी मंथ के लिए, और मैंगनीज और 1.3 लाख पर टन है, और सेल्स इनकी 19% YOY थी, जो कि 1.32 लाख टन। So that's it from mine. Thank you again for attending the morning con call. You may now disconnect.